You just leave it right there, yeah. I'll kind of go through some of that, more of that stuff. We don't need the other ones. Those are ERICK'S axles.
I'll find out. I may or may not need those anymore. Those might be going in the trash. Brand new axles. You may not need them either. You see your rear end? I did see it.
Looks pretty sharp.
It looks extremely sharp.
So, if you watched last week's episode, where's the end for it? What? You know, I offered this dude up many times to different people to trade for it, and apparently he's made an impression on YouTube because nobody wanted to trade for him. I didn't get one offer. I mean, absolutely, out of the 130,000 people that subscribe to our channel, not one person made an offer on this dude. No, I'm stuck with you. You're not stuck with me. I can't get rid of you. I put it out many weeks. I can't believe I can't get nobody to trade for this dude.
Welcome to another week at the paint shop.
Special tool at Casey's paint shop. This is
Why is that even in your toolbox?
Nail remover? I don't know. You never know when you might need that. Just the
thought of having
the threatening of it.
Come on, Eric, let's leave them guys. We don't need them. Alright. So today's cleaning day. So what, today is July 3rd, tomorrow's 4th of July. So technically we're halfway through the year. So during Christmas break, right before we went on Christmas break, we do a big clean. Like 3-4 days clean. So now we're just doing like a maintenance clean. So we're going through, looking through boxes, making sure, you know, you don't think you have a lot of trash, but by 9:30, I filled up the bed of my truck full of trash already.
Wow.
Boxes and all the stuff. I'm like, so we're trying to thin out the clutter.
By the way, the daily sleeper looks pretty sweet with that little trailer on the back of it.
Man, it's just no farm truck.
You do. You look like you're ready to just dust somebody off with your little mowing trailer and everything.
That's what we're gonna do. One day when that thing is a supercharger, we're gonna go out we're gonna put that like Insta360 camera on there with a trailer.
I like that.
That's my parachute. You have to slow me down. You know what I mean? So, cleaning day, we've done a lot. Gone through everything, figured out everything. Last night I stayed here till I left it just a little before 1 a.m. I poly primed the C10. I was hoping it was going to go a little quicker, but my daughter's dance recital took up more time than I thought over the weekend, so I didn't get as far as I wanted to. But I got it in poly.
Mosquitoes are in here.
And so it's in poly. We did it in the body shop, and it made it take a little bit longer. Dry times were a little longer, so it took a few hours, unfortunately. But we got the cab back from the blaster today. That other one that we bought for Todd. Nothing, I mean, we found the step, the driver's side step, is in really good shape, but it's got some pinholes in it. So we'll just cut out that one rocker.
Do you want to show any of that truck?
Yeah, we'll show. Let's go. We'll show you the C10 first.
I don't like to stand stagnant for too long. The viewers,
man,
you know,
if they cared, they'd watch it regardless. Well, let's look at it. Well, then we got your rear end for your project.
Ooh, yeah.
Can't cut the ear off of it. Like you said, I didn't think you needed these, but I was like, I don't know. And they'll be easier to cut off once we get the ends cut off of it too. So we'll cut the ends off and then we'll clean all that up. This is just epoxy primer. But I put enough on it, I think if you'll come and spend some time on it, you don't want to smooth out the casting, but like the pitting, I put enough on it where you can smooth that up. It'll look sharp.
It looks nice, just in epoxy.
Then the brackets are done too. I didn't prime the cast rear end because we can just Cerakote over the cast. It doesn't matter.
Okay, yeah, I was going to ask you about that, but you answered it already.
So we don't have that. But then
this thing is looking sharp in one coat of poly here.
Well, actually, there's more than one coat.
I should go figure, right?
I put
how many 5011?
5011.
5011.
I put 5 rowdy coats of poly on this thing, so it's thick. But even with 5 coats on it, it's it stayed crispy. I'm very happy with all the lines on it. Everything looks good. I think it's gonna block out. We didn't untape it today because tomorrow's the 4th, and I'm gonna come in for a few hours in the morning. And this is the only, since this was the door that we replaced, this is the only section that I'm worried about not blocking out. The rest of the truck blocked out really good, but we had to do a little body work around the edges to make sure that everything lined up correctly. So before I untape it, I'm gonna block just cab corner, door, and fender to make sure this blocks out. And if it does, I'm just gonna put another couple coats of poly on it, and then I'll block it one last time for paint. But if it doesn't, I wanna fix it here and not have to untape it and then tape it back up and blah, 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 blah. So I'm very happy with this. It's going good. So I think we'll be painting it, I don't know. Next, I mean, if I work on it this weekend some, I'm not gonna go crazy. My arms are about to fall off. I was staying on this thing for like 7 or 8 days straight. But if I can have it all ready to come apart, say mid to late to the end of next week, like if it was ready to like, hey, let's start disassembling it. Because what I'll do is we're gonna cut it with 100. So we'll leave it all together. We'll sand it with 100. Then we'll guide coat it. We'll do it with like 180 or 220 or something like that. And then once all that's finessed up to that grit, then we'll powder it again, and we'll go to 320. And then once it's all 320 and cleaned up and we're good, we'll take it apart. We'll clean up any edges that might be boogered up, or like if there was some filler stuck on the edge from us fixing it, because we don't open the doors on it, right? So if we fix all those edges, and we got like spot urethane primer instead of poly, we'll urethane primer anything that we need to fix, and then it'll get guide coated and wet sanded in 500, and we'll shoot this dude. So as long as everything goes good, it'll come apart and start getting painted. Firewall's already finished. The bottom of the cab's already bedlined, and I think we bedlined the bottom of the bed already too. We did. So we'll just be spraying, which will be amazing to see this truck coming together. And everything, when we did this truck, everything's been mocked up too. So everything has a spot already, so it should go together reasonably quick. Once it's painted, it'll be cool. See it come together. Customer will be excited. Hell, I'll be excited. I think the guys will be excited.
Is this the first one that you've done since that one you did back in 2015?
Square body wise, yeah.
Yeah. That was a beautiful truck. I got to see it when you finished it at one point, and then I caught it a couple of years back at like C10's Nationals. Yeah,
you saw it at Texas Motor Speedway.
Yeah, and it still looked impeccable.
The guy that has it now lives in California, and it was in the process of moving to Arizona, I think, or vice versa, whatever. He called me, wanted to do some things to it, but that was like at the first of the year, and then we kind of lost touch. Our timing wasn't hitting right. He wanted to ship it here while he was moving, so he's like, if I got to move it, I'd rather just move it to you, get it fixed, and then to my house. It just never panned out. I had too much going on here to dedicate it being here. I don't like him just sit around. It's just liability, you know?
And it's not like you have a ton of space either.
No, we don't.
This is more like efficient working space, not storage space.
Yeah. So we're all good. So that's the C10, and then let's see the cap. Do you care if the fan's on? You'll hear it, right? Still here? So the pitting on this side isn't bad. I mean, it's got pitting in it, but we hit that with poly. We're gonna epoxy this thing first, and then we'll poly it afterwards, and we'll fix all that stuff. On the driver's side, it had more holes in it than we were expecting.
Then you still gotta fix the elephant damage too?
Keenan already pulled that up, so we used the forklift. Yeah, it's not perfect yet, but you can see like the rail is actually here. I'll point at it so you can see it a little better. So the rail was down originally right here. You know, this part was caved down, so we clamped onto it, and we've still got the dent on the backside, but we can get to it from inside. We'll hammer that out, and it'll look good. But we didn't come across anything weird. More rust blew out here than expected. See, it was still in good shape, but it was thin, so we needed cap corners and this step and rocker. Oh, and then we found on that side over there, if you look right here, the inner support. That's easy fix though.
Just a little safari sand.
I mean, I'm excited about it. It's in really good shape. So doors got blasted, doors look good. I'm real happy with everything.
None of that Swiss cheese body filler?
The same spot that I said on this, remember in the video, that's the only spot that came through, and I knew that was there. I mean, all in all, I'm happy. More 56 parts behind me that just got to get all the stuff in here is ready for last poly. So that'll get polyed. Car's outside right now. Kieran, it's getting suntan today, but it's pretty much ready to finish up its final sanding on the rockers. The bottom side's already final sanded. It's ready for bed liner on the bottom side. But that's it. I mean, we've been really working on C10 and Todd Wilson's truck this week. So Philip got his truck pretty much all mocked up. I don't know. Did he ever do an update with all the stuff done on the inside of it? It's all out now, but everything needed to be underneath the dash was in it. Computer. So he did the same thing that we do on most of these vehicles and put like those Deutsch connectors on them through the firewall. So he already marked and labeled all of his harness and did his computer connections and the wiring on the inside. So the inside harness was built. All the AC, e-brake box, fuse panel, everything was inside. He's built all of his fuel lines, his brake lines are done. He's gotten pretty much as far as he can without the cab being painted. So he just went back to work, so he's gone for the next week. So we're going to put this in the body shop today. Chase is going to come in over the weekend, and we're going to block on the cab and see if we can't get this thing kind of like straightened up. So hopefully we can get Phillips painted before too long. Because if we can get Phillips painted, like this thing will go together very quickly. Because he's already done so much on the inside, you know.
Right.
And that'll allow him to have a little bit more to do on his end as far as like the final assembly stuff. You can only get so far until it's painted because some stuff needs to be final installed and then not taken back apart. But we're close. So if we can get this thing blocked out, I don't think we'll have it done this weekend, but since he's not going to be here and the guys have some time off and want to make some extra money, they're going to come in and block on this for a little bit. So we're not going to try to like flatten this thing out like we did the C10 over there. So the body line going down the side, all we care is that the cab, the doors, new pins, rebuilt hinges, everything. We're going to square up the front end. It's already been done. We're just going to triple check everything. And then we're just going to make sure the line down the side goes together, right? Since it's been body worked off and the primer, you know, the lines moved. So we're just going to make sure the lines line up. But we're not going to, so all of our door gaps will look good and the lines will look good, but we're not going to like flatten the fender to the door to the cab corner. Because we kind of want this thing just to be like, kind of be looked at as like an original truck, like never messed with. So we're not going to try to make it any nicer than it would have been from the dealership, essentially. It'll be cooler than that, but...
Well, the paint will last on it longer, hopefully.
Yeah, it'll just look better. I'm going to run the floor machine over here first.
Chevy trucks, the only thing that sucked on them the worst was the paint. It just...
Yeah, it fell off.
Yeah.
Hey, we can
car
move,
washes later.
All that stuff. And we can move all of that. My table and everything out and then sweep all this, vacuum everything underneath it, and then I'll run the floor machine before we put everything back. That motor, put it out back. Hey, put that out back with the truck. So I guess that's it for me this week. I'm gonna finish doing what I'm doing. Oh, there's Canton here. He wants to talk to you. Come here. Why is he's not very pleasant, is he?
He got me pretty good earlier.
All right. Here, I'm done.
Well, I thought it was going to be easier.
All right, you want me to talk now?
Sure, let's talk.
So, put a hard weekend this week. Had a very detailed and intricate bracket to hold this fuse block in. So that's what I did this week. Let me just show it to you because it's pretty trick. It's got a bend in it. And some holes. So
That looked like it took what, 22, 24 hours at least?
Yeah, probably. I will say it did take 2 practice brackets before I got this one. Just because it didn't make sense in my mind, but yeah, it's pretty intricate. Don't have to make another one. That's all I did, other than get this situation taken care of. Got the cab to the blaster and back to the cab. I mean, took the cab to the blaster and got it back.
Wow.
And it's Wednesday instead of Thursday, so That's what we've been doing all week. Playing hide and seek. Blake, tell him what you did. He said we don't know.
Interview Blake.
He said we didn't know. He don't know if we got enough time, but. So what is it you say you did it this week, Blake?
Oh, check it out.
He got a haircut.
I did get a haircut. Oh my lord. I did finish ECM harness, transmission harness. Engine harness is installed on the engine. Let's go down. Can you get under here?
Maybe.
No?
Maybe. I think I can see enough. Let me adjust my lighting real quick.
Can you get under here and
Yeah, I can.
do you need a light?
It would probably be, yeah, definitely. Definitely need a light. Hello, can someone bring us a light?
I got you.
Can we get a PA to send a light? Where's my two-way walkie?
Hold on.
Looks nice.
These two are for the engine harness.
Uh-huh.
This one is transmission. That was a pretty easy one, short and sweet. And all this will get tied up, obviously put in loom and routed up nice just above the transmission. And then the empty spot back here will be for the body harness that goes into the Ford control pack, battery, fuse panel, and relay box. That's gonna be a tough one. So that's what I did all week. All this.
Seems legit.
Yeah, it wasn't bad. It's nice down here, huh? Just laying on the concrete. This is what I do. I just come down here and just every 2 or 3 minutes snip a zip tie, take a nap.
It's perfect.
Get on TikTok.
It's perfect. I was wondering why you were sending me all those videos this week.
So yeah, that's about it. Okay, we're done here. We're going back up top.
Oh, you still have more to report on?
No.
Okay. I'm gonna take a nap.
All right.
I'll be up in 5.